In this video, I'm going to explain all about posting and what posting means. So we're going to be posting from a general ledger to general ledger accounts and then proving cash at the end. So transferring any information from a journal entry to a ledger account is called posting. So we've already learned how to journalize each transaction. So this is the example of the owner investing cash into his business. So we debit cash and we credit the name of the owner, capital. We have a receipt usually to prove that, and we have a debit and a credit. Down below is an example of an individual ledger. So this is a ledger for cash. Each account we've learned has an account number attached to it, so it's easy to reference. So this is an example of how to post from amount in the debit column of a general journal. So, and this is an asset. So there's 5 steps. The first one is we write the date. So whatever date it was, we transfer that date right down into the ledger. So if this happened on January 2nd, we write that date down. Step 2 is we write the journal page number. So we have general journal page 1. So it's referenced here in this column on the ledger as G1. Third step is we write the debit amount. So whatever amount is here in the debit column, we transfer it into the debit column in the individual ledger. Step 4 is we write the new account balance. So there's 2 columns for balances, the debit and credit. Because cash is an asset and the normal balance is debit, you're going to be most likely using, for the most part, the debit column because that's showing the increase. When we pay cash, though, it will be showing a credit. So then we just transfer that original amount into that debit column for the balance. And the 5th and final step is we return to the journal and we write the account number. So whatever account number is here, we transfer that account number into the general journal to show that it has been posted. It's kind of like a checklist, I always tell my students. So if we look down this row, whenever there's a number in this column, it means yes, it has been posted. So right now, looking at the general journal, cash has been posted, but Michael Delgado Capital has not because there's not a number there. So now we're going to do this line. So line 2 is Michael Delgado Capital. And the amount was a $2,000 credit. So here's his ledger for that. Same steps. We write the date. We write the journal page number, G1. We take this credit amount that's here and we place that in the credit column. And then we transfer the balance to the balance column, which is the credit column because it's a credit entry. And then we take that 310 number and we put it into the general ledger post reference. So 5th and final step. This is an example of how to post a debit amount to an account with a balance already shown. So this is the September 5th supplies. We still write the date, the 5th. We're still on general journal page 1. That has not changed. We write the debit amount for supplies. So right here it's showing the $220, but notice there was already an entry above that. Now what we're going to do is write the new balance. So this balance is like a running tally. So at any time we have a debit and we're adding another debit, we have to add those up. So debit plus a debit still equals a debit. So 165 plus the 220 over here equals 385. And then we take that account number 150 and we plug it in to show that we have posted. The next one is posting a debit amount to an account with a credit balance. So this is a little different. We write the date still. This is for the accounts payable ledger that we're looking for Canyon Office Supplies. We still write the G1 for general journal page 1. We write the debit amount. So this is a debit amount right here of $100. So we write it in the debit column. But notice that the normal balance is credit for all accounts payable. So what does this mean? We have a credit balance of $220 up here, but now we have a $100 debit. So we write the new account balance by subtracting this time. So 220 minus the $100 debit equals a credit of 120. So opposites subtract instead of attract, like opposites attract, opposites subtract. So if the balance is a credit here, but our entry is a debit, we subtract. If it's the same, then we would add. Lastly, we take the 210 and we plug it into the post reference to show we posted it. This is what it will look like when they're all completed. Like I said, in the general journal, all of the numbers will be plugged in to show that all of these things have been posted. If we got halfway down, let's say we ended on line 15 and then we had to take a break, then all the numbers below here would not have been entered in, so that would have shown where we left off. So again, it's kind of like entering these numbers is kind of like a check mark. These have definitely been posted. These are the individual ledgers now. So once all the posting is completed, what's nice about the ledgers is we can see the time, the date, and when I say time, I mean the date of how much is in that account. So this is our cash ledger. And on the 31st, if your boss said, how much cash did we have at the end of January? All you have to do is look now and say we had $2,597 in cash on January 31st. Or they could say, you know, how much does Valley Landscaping still owe us in January? And you can see that their balance is still $400. Or we can say, you know, what is the, how much is the capital account? And we can see that what the balance is. So how much sales did we have at the end of January? Look at the end of the January, we can see we have $5,820 in sales. So these ledgers are very nice to show you a point in time what your balance of each of these different accounts are. How much do we owe still to Canyon Office Supplies? We still owe them $120 because we started with $220, we paid them off $100, and now we owe them $120. So that's posting in a nutshell, and I'm going to do the work together problems with you to show you how this all works.